Hello, Universus fighters. I've got an opinion that other content creators are not gonna like, but I feel it's an opinion I need to voice. I have already suggested this to UVS. They haven't got back to me about making it discussion, and if they want to have a discussion with it and get more into my points and why I feel this way, then I'm happy to have that discussion. And it's something that I hadn't even considered until I was looking at the Guilty Gear reveals and talking with R&D. And yeah, reveals, I'm just going to say it, content creators should not be getting characters. And I know immediately every single content creator is going to be angry at me for this. But going with this Spider-Man Homecoming kind of thing, if you need a character reveal to be hype about a set, you shouldn't have one. I'm hype about Guilty Gear. I don't have a character reveal this time. It's being on the outside of these reveals that's kind of giving me this new perspective. I'm sat with everybody else waiting for these reveals, and there's no uniformity to it. And I was talking with UKVersus R&D, and they basically said to me, characters don't get the hype they used to. This is true. Before Jetburn, UVS handled pretty much everything themselves, and content creators still got a fair bit of reveals, but they didn't get as many. But there also wasn't as many content creators out there. Now we have a lot of content creators. We're still getting the reveals. Reveals are still going out to content creators, but there's no uniformity to it. There's a lack of embargo date. So if anyone knows, 12 p.m. EST, so basically midday EST, the embargo stops, and the content creator can post after that time, but there's no post by time. This allows content creators and streamers and things like that to essentially set their own schedule, but the community sees that date and they expect it at the same time as everybody else, and that's fair. So for uniformity, well, I'll go for my other points first and come back to uniformity. And people are doing great jobs. We've just seen Brody do it with his Bridget, which is absolutely amazing. May was really, really cool. Great job from Wazzy. And I know Response on Play and other people have got theirs this week. As of the week of recording, I don't actually know when this will hit the YouTube. I am actually quite backdated with content. I've been on a huge push over the last couple of weeks. But to me, we shouldn't be getting this hype. When a Guilty Gear fan, when a Universus fan, when they go for Universus Guilty Gear Strive May, they shouldn't find Wazzy. They should find Universus. When someone goes up and looks for Critical Role Heroes of Exandria Essek character, they shouldn't find my video. They should find Universus. And I think that is a kind of a missed opportunity for great content from Universus. A way to show love and admiration, talk more about the character, and just kind of get those previews off. I know all videos done by Universus have to get approval from the IP holders, so I'm not expecting some deep lore-driven video, but you guys have these characters weeks, if not months ahead of us, so you've got the time. I know you guys are very busy, but you have got the time to this, and it's a great way to generate hype. Rather than myself getting 1,000 views on Essek, or Tam getting 2,000 views on his video, or other people, it should be Universus first. UVS should be putting themselves first in the situation. If we got, say, the head of design for Guilty Gear, or the head of design at UVS, we got Bill Stark, we get Jeremy Ray, we get Tim Free, we get Matt Smith, any of them up on the screen, or each one for different characters, and we go, here is Soul Bad Guy. Soul Bad Guy does X, Y, and Z in the game. So we had to try and capture that into the card. And you have UVS, you have Universus telling us how they took this character from a game, from an IP, from a comic, from an anime, from table play, from Critical Role, and talking about it, showing us their passion for this character, how they translated it, how they got it to work in the game, and talking about the character's abilities. It can be a 5-10 minute video of them just going, yes, here's some bad guy, he does X, Y, and Z in Guilty Gear Strive, so we got him to do X, Y, and Z in the game. We wanted him to be able to feel like you were playing him in Guilty Gear Strive, capturing his personality, his abilities into this card, and this is why he has X, Y abilities, this is why X, other things like that. And you go, well, if you want to see more about how, if you want to see more cards, how we were able to take this further, go look at X content creator who has some of Soul Bad Guy's signature cards, and then they can go to Brody or Chris Smith or UVS Hermit, Ace Maneuvers, Tam Cardwell, any of the content creators that we have doing these reveals, and we get the UR, we get the SR, we get alt arts, we get commons and commons. We don't need 4 or 5 cards to be hype about a character. We don't even need the character. But what we do need is the passion, to be shown how much UVS and Universus care about these characters. And if someone does a Google search for Soul Bad Guy or Guilty Gear Strive and wants to find their favourite character in Universus, that they find it, and then they're hit with a link to Universus talking about their character, talking about the way that they play, showing their understanding for a character and how that character functions and how they adapted that into the game. You're going to get people more interested in the game because you've shown how much passion you have, and that passion translates. I am not the best content creator in our community, but I am growing, and generally I put that down to my passion for what I talk about. I cover a wide range of topics, each of which I'm passionate about, and my best videos are the ones where I display that passion more widely. I'm passionate about this. I love this game and I want this game to succeed, and if I have to put that at my detriment, then I will. I don't want characters. I've been watching reviews for other card games for years, and one of my biggest kind of idols is Loading Ready Run. They MTG. They do lots of games, but their biggest thing was Magic the Gathering content in things like Friday nights and other aspects. And they got card reveals from they got cards from Wizards of the Coast, but they only got one card, and they were still able to do like 30-minute skits on time loops because they got a card that lets you take an extra turn. They were able to do absolute manic stuff and actually do engaging, passionate content around one card. And that is the kind of stuff that I want to bring to my reveals. And my reveals have always been 15, 20, 30 minutes because I want to talk about the card. You've given me a card that you guys have put all this work and effort into, and I want to talk about. I want to get my passion, my hype across. And I know there's a lot of people that are just going to screenshot the card and walk away. But I can't do a reveal in 5 minutes. I really can't. Because I want to talk about the card. I just want to chuck a card on the screen, say this is what it does, go have fun. I want to engage with it. And it's something that I really want to know from design. I want to know a card's journey. How a card goes from IP to concept to playtest to redesign to print. It's a story that I've been trying to get since I started being a content creator, and the design have always had an open invitation to talk about that with me, but I know they're constantly busy. But it is something that they can do themselves. With Guilty Gear, it would have been very cool if we'd have got 8 videos from Universus basically saying, this is what the characters do in the game, this is what their personalities are, and this is why we had to try and get it into it. This is how we had to. This is how we were approached adapting that into the game. Some aspects of characters' personalities are really hard, and it could be a great showcasing of how you guys do this. And I don't want trade secrets. I don't want you guys to go, oh yes, we use this X, Y, and Z. It's just go, no, similar to the articles we got around the symbols and the tension, and talking about, oh yes, we got the Roman candle gauge, and we got the tension gauge, and Roman candle, so we adapted that. That's very cool. And articles are a big thing for it, but some people don't want to read. Some people want to hear it, and as cool as it is to hear it from content creators, nothing beats hearing it from you guys. Nothing beats hearing it from Universus and UVS. Similar webcam events and actual play events, nothing's going to be bigger than anything that's officially supported, because it comes from you directly. So yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there then. I don't want character reveals. I don't want to be given in the future characters. I want URs, SRs, commons and commons, anything that aids me in making the game more hype is good. I think that Universus and UVS should be the ones previewing characters. And I'll loop back down, because it generates hype. It's the most viewed place that people are going to be looking for them, and because of the uniformity. It is a lot easier for the community to be hyped. It is a lot easier for the community to stay consistently hyped, and for new players and Guilty Gear Strive fans coming into our community to have a more pleasant first experience if there's uniformity. If a new player from Guilty Gear comes in, if a new player in Guilty Gear came in when we had Was His Reveal be delayed, the amount of shade being thrown around because of that was ridiculous. That's just a bit manic. It's one of the things I posted in the Discord over there. I have my personal opinions, and I'm more than welcome. I'm more than able to post my personal opinions, but I also want to keep things relatively positive in the Discord and in the Facebook, because and even in Reddit, because that's where the new players are going to see us, and first impressions matter. The game is already complicated enough. If they come in and think the community is complicated as well, they're just going to walk away. So having these uniformed releases, knowing that at 12 EST for 2 weeks they'll be getting every single reveal, means that just like with the Redemption store, people know when to check, people know where to check, and it means that people can immediately get hyped. Say if we'd have had 12 PM EST, Universus drops Saul Bad Guy, we get Bill Stark or Matt Smith, Jeremy Ray, any of them up on a screen going, Guilty Gear Strive is coming November 28th, 2025, and character reveal season starts now. We're starting off with Saul Bad Guy. In the game, he does X, Y, and Z. His abilities revolve around this. His fighting style does this, and we took this to heart when we were looking at adapting him into the game. He utilizes his ability with the tension gauge, so we decided to give all of his attacks tension, and going into it and kind of bringing in not only what the abilities did, but how they went from the IP to the card, and how that will impact the game. Doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be one of my complete rants. It can be 3-5 minutes. You're just talking about one card, and then you end it by just going. So we've shown you Saul Bad Guy, but if you want to see how, if you want to see the tools that Saul Bad Guy will be using from Guilty Gear Strive, go check out Snuggie at. You can check out Snuggie's content, links in the comment, links in the description, who has some of Saul's signature cards to help you advance your gameplay. I know, just wrap it up by promoting the content creator who has it. That's to say, these content creators are trusted to do these reveals, and UVS can directly kind of hype up the content. Even if it's just the reveal of going, oh yes, we're going to have X, Y, Z, but the characters, the point of hype at its peak should be done by Universus. It should be where everyone goes to find the characters. It should be where people can find out how and why stuff got adapted. And as cool as it is having content creators talking about Guilty Gear Strive and theorizing about why decisions were made, we don't have that information. I've asked for that information in the past and I've just been told, oh, it will get back to you, and it never does, or we can't really go into it here. And being able to talk about how a character went from the IP to the card will draw a lot more people in. Being able to see UVS staff being hyped, actually having someone on staff talking about the characters, displaying that hype back to us, would be absolutely amazing. Levi has done reveals before. Levi's done some of the best reveals we ever had, including the Gentle Criminal one, which was absolute peak. It is absolutely something that I think UVS and Universus could excel at and just generate so much more hype for the game. And if you're a content creator that doesn't like this idea, tell me why. Why do you want characters as opposed to any other card? And tell me where I'm wrong. I can't see a flaw in this logic I've got, that we don't need characters to be hype about this game. We don't need character reveals to generate content, to generate hype. We can still make character content once Universus has done it. We always still make tier lists where we talk about characters. I think I can still generate the views, generate the content, generate the engagement from non-character cards that I could from character cards. A controlled, uniformed release of characters from Universus, with them hyping up the cards, talking about the cards, and explaining how the IP was translated into the cards, would be significantly better than anything any of the content creators could make for the game. I have to agree. So there it is. I may have just made myself an enemy of every single content creator that watches my content, or will be told by their community that I said this. I look forward to the trial and summary execution of my content creator status as people come at me and tell me that I am wrong. But let me know, what is your opinion on content creator reveals? Do you want more consistency? Do you want more uniform? And do you think Universus should be doing more of this? They always highlight the chromes and the collectibles. Alt arts usually go to an article within TCG or The Gamer or IGN. But yeah, I'd love to see Universus and UVS do more around the reveals. I would love to see more official reveal content. When we got the when we got the Cowboy Bebop and Trigun, we had Paul and Lohan playing the game. We've had very cool UVS content before around reveals of IPs, and it's just something I like to see more of. I know it's more time consuming, I know it's more IP back and forth, but I personally think it's something the game needs. I think it's something that will generate a lot more hype, will cement a lot more conversion of IP fans into players rather than just collectors, where they understand how much care and attention our design team goes into putting into it. Again, I'd love to hear what you, the people, have to say about this and how you're feeling about how reveals are being handled, and if you think this change would be a good one, or if you have any suggestions yourself for other changes that could be made. I will catch you all at game night, and hopefully with some reveals at some point in the future as well. Catch you all in a bit. Bye.